You as a player?
Yeah, that probably might be one of my favourite moments on the football pitch. 2 goals at the death was incredible, but yeah, I'm just happy, to get to contribute and show them that I can do it.
Just put into words how important that win was for Manchester United today.
Yeah, massive. Of course, everyone knows that we're in a difficult period at the minute, but I mean, we've got fighters in the group who want to stick it until the end. It could have been any one of the players on the pitch that scored the 2 winners, but no, really pleased, and hopefully we can build on that from here.
You came on as a substitute. What were the instructions that you were given when you came on?
Probably go on and score. It was loud, so you couldn't hear the crowd were lifting us, but yeah, the manager probably said, come on and score, and thankfully I could repay that.
Bring us to that first goal, the equaliser. What was it like for you? Did you just see your chance and thought, I have to take it?
Yeah, when the ball dropped me, it was like at an awkward height. I didn't think that I could get my leg there, but I managed to control it and obviously score. But as I say, throughout the game, we wanted to get in their box more and create more chances. But they were a really good team, and they had some good defenders on the pitch today. And obviously on the counter-attack, they were dangerous. So for us, we just had to be careful of that. And eventually we got the goal.
And the second goal as well, there was still time because it was really, really close to the end. For you, did you just think, we've got to try absolutely everything, and it fell for you? Was there any nerves at all at that point?
Nah, never give up, man. You never give up, and no matter what situation that your life is in, never give up, never throw the towel in. And at this football club, it's demanded that you never do that. And for me, I've been brought up since I was 5 years old here, and I know that better than anyone.
You've seen some late drama at Old Trafford during your time there, but what a way for United to win it today.
I didn't see that coming, to be honest. I really honestly think they played a terrible game today. There was no inspiration, there was no energy, there was no imagination, nothing. And in the end of the game, he comes on with 3 minutes to the 9th, so 87th minute. He comes on with his energy and just try out things, and ends up scoring 2 goals and shows everybody off.
Yeah. 2 key strikes in the 93rd and 97th minute.
Yeah, you need a bit of luck sometimes, and there's a bit of luck involved here. Nargo doesn't clear it, goalkeeper doesn't keep it, and then it ends up with McTominay and he scores. Yeah.
Just how big a win is that, considering what's just gone on before Erik Ten Hag and as they head into an international break?
Well, the mood will change at the club for sure, because you end this sort of spell before the international break with a win. Had that been another defeat, some rash decisions might have been made.
Do you think so?
I don't know. I said might have been. You never know. You never know. It's football. You kind of never know what happens in football. I've seen managers lose their job on that kind of run. I think now it's a little bit more calm, and with an international break, all the injured players, some of them might come back, and it might be the excuse to sort of move on.
Peter won't mind me saying, as soon as McTominay scored that first goal, he said at the time in the green room, time for him to make himself a hero.
Yeah,
it's almost as if he heard you.
No, he's got the ability to do that. It's one of them. Sometimes I don't understand what coaches are doing. Scott McTominay has been up for sale all summer. I don't understand that. He's a fantastic player. You need utility players that can play different positions, that can come from the bench and change the course of the outcome of the game. And he's definitely one of them. And you bring in players where, again today you sit there with big question marks. Why is that player here? He comes on.
First and foremost, he cares. I think that's the biggest thing. He understands. Pete always talks about the DNA of Manchester United. Johnny Evans has got that. You look at Scott McTominay, he knows what it means to play for Manchester United. And you could see when he came on there, it was a hunger, desire. I'm going to show you. Gets 2 goals, he's the hero.
Bruno, can you just take us into the dressing room, what it's like in there after such a dramatic finish?
Relief, happiness, and obviously I think we all agree that we deserve this result, because during the 90 minutes I think we controlled the game really well. We could have scored in the first half, we didn't. And obviously we know that we are in a moment when we don't score, we concede a goal, and after it's always going to go behind the result. But today we get that, we get the 3 points, we get the two goals from Scott at that last minute, and was a really good result for us, because we needed to get the 3 points today.
This is obviously a famous place for late goals and late turnarounds, but could you see this coming? It was already 93 minutes on the clock before the equaliser.
That's what what the manager is always saying about the subs. I think last year was the team with most goals from players coming from the bench, and this has to be the mood for everyone that comes out of the bench. I know it's difficult to be on the bench. Everyone wants to play. Everyone wants to play long spells, but Scott came on for 5 minutes and he scored 2 goals. And as you said, it's Fergie time at United. It's quite normal to score at this time of the game, and a part of being Fergie time has to be an academy player scoring too. So Scott gave us the win today, and we are really, really happy for him because, as I said, a part of the 2 goals is the desire and the togetherness that we had during the whole game, and the effort that everyone that came on into the game put to help the team. That was really good.
But can this change the season, the feeling of the season, stop the noise that always follows Manchester United, a turnaround like this?
No, it's Man United. We'll never stop the noise. Even if you win 10 games in a row, there will be noise around something else. This club is massive, and we have to be aware of that. If you want to play for a club like this, you have to be aware of that. You have to be capable to deal with that, and understand that the most important thing is the noise that comes from the dressing room, into the dressing room, by the players, by the staff, by the club, and obviously we know that together with the support of our fans. Because as again we saw it today, we're losing the game. We know it's some boos every time. That's quite normal. But you see when we get to 1-1, how they get behind us and they believe with us to get the result, and that's what is important for us.
This place has been such a fortress for so long. I think it's 31 unbeaten until recently. Is it important to get that back again, and could this help?
Has to be because we know that. Everyone, when it comes to play at Old Trafford, has to feel that it's not a good place to come. It's a good stadium to come, but it's not a good place to play and not a good team to play against. And we have to get back that feeling that we are an aggressive team. We are a team that when we play at home, it's difficult to beat and it's difficult to get something from you.
Finally, international break now. No rest for you, but I mean, chance to play for your country, which you always enjoy.
Yeah, it's something really special and important. Obviously, playing for your country, and I will play in my hometown too. So having family and friends around to see the game is always something nice. And represent your country is nothing better than that, because I think for me it's the peak of your career, because you always dream to play football, you always dream to play in certain clubs. I think when you play in certain clubs you always want to achieve the national team. That is where the best Portuguese players normally used to be. So I'm really proud to be part of that, and now it's time to get there my head and get good results to get the qualification done.
Well, enjoy it. Thank you very
much.
Take care, mate. See you in a few weeks.
Welcome back. It appears things are going from bad to worse for Erik ten Hag's Manchester United. They trail at home to Brentford by the odd goal. You spoke before the game. The United need to cut out mistakes.
Yeah, the recovery from those mistakes has been terrible. And again, today, we see it again. Casemiro giving the ball away. And it's 4v4. There are opportunities here to clear the ball. They're not being cleared. And then, of course, the goalkeeper is not covering himself in glory in that one. Let's look at it. Casemiro gives the ball away here, dives in. There's no need for that dive in. Amrabat, the other midfield player, very slow in getting back. Then Lindelof had this opportunity to clear the ball, doesn't. He jumps in again. He's not blocking the view for the goalkeeper at all, but he could maybe have blocked the ball, but just cleared the ball there, And then, as I said, with Onana. My theory here is, so he's just lifting up, he's not setting off. So his arm is coming up to go down. Whereas as a goalkeeper, you learn, the practice is you learn to dive along the ground for the ball. You don't go up to come down. And as I said, we saw the same mistake against Bayern Munich. And I noticed the same thing. He just kind of lifts himself instead of actually diving and moving towards the ball.
So why is he not diving?
Don't ask me, because I'm not Onana. I don't know.
What I'm saying is, he's come to United with such a great reputation.
Yeah.
But it feels like he's under the spotlight. He might be starting to feel the pressure.
Yeah, I think a lot of that is pressure. I spoke to him after Bayern. I spoke to him after the other Champions League match against Galatasaray as well. And he's very down on the mistakes that he's made. And I'm trying to speak to him about what it's like to be at Manchester United, where you have to take whatever you've made, you have to put it in a box straight away and put it to the side. So you make a mistake in a game. It might be a mistake that we see. It might be a mistake that we don't see, but you wait to think about it and analyze it till after the game or at night or whatever. You have to be there for the next moment. If you're not, you'll make the next mistake.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, he's upset the whole team. They now will